Well, hello there. Don't seem to remember owning a droid. I don't know where that... I mean, I know where that came from. I don't know why I said it. How's everybody doing? You doing well? As you can see, while you were gone, I completed the water streams and dressing up the combined Spidey Skelly farm. As you can also see, we're running a new texture pack today. Or... Wait, what are they called in Bedrock? They're not called texture packs in Bedrock, are they? They're called, what's the fucking word they use for the whatever. What do they call them? I'm curious. Resource pack! There we go, resource pack. So I'm running the pure BD Craft resource pack. Which, if you're running Windows 10, and you have enough video memory or whatever, you can run at up to 256 resolution. Standard micro resolution is 8. Not sure whether I like it or not, but I'm going to give it a go. Svax, yes, Svax. Pure BD Craft Svax. I normally stayed away from this particular text. It's been around for ages, this one. Back in the Java days, this was a thing. I've normally stayed away from it because of what it did to the user interface. It made the user interface absolutely terrible. Like the hotbar and everything, it was just unusably crappy. Hideous. Interestingly enough, I discovered that the texture pack, or the resource pack, on the Bedrock editions, you can apply the UI separately from the regular textures. So I can have a standard user interface, but with the Svax BD Craft actual textures on the blocks. So I'm going to give it a go, see how I like it. Felt like a change. I do have to create my own modification of it though, or a text. Keep going to say mod pack. What's the bloody? I've forgotten the term already. It's such a resource pack. I keep forgetting resource. I've got to create my own resource pack to lay on top of it because I hate the way the villages look and sound like Javas. It's just super annoying. I'll show you in a second. Meanwhile, I've been AFK here for a little while. Let's see how we're doing. Nice. Did this by accident, but something else that's been cool about this thing. I'm using the old, not the old, but the new dispense into a soul sand water stream thing to levitate the items. And what I didn't think about when I was designing it is when you project an arrow from a dropper, it fires the arrow, which means it hammers into the block down there instead of going up the water stream, which means I don't have to filter them out. I can just get the things I wanted, the string and the bone. I didn't want more arrows, I've got plenty of arrows. So, nice little side effect there of using the water stream to levitate the items up to my collection system here. Hooray! Let's take some of this with us. We'll take the string. I'm pretty sure I've got lots of bones at home. We'll take the string back with us. Hello, Jason, Anthony, Outlaw Unknown, Mix, whoops. I don't think I've ever seen much of the sun who chance to get a tour. I just kind of gave it to her. Nothing too sophisticated, but just a couple of monster spawners side by side, close enough to dual activate. Hey Barker, how you doing? Java has 512, yeah, I believe so. I don't know why they didn't do the 512 on Windows. I mean, my machine could certainly handle it. It's running this with no problems. Actually caught up on YouTube, so I think I'm up to date. No, you're not up to date. There's 2 episodes that haven't released yet on the YouTube scheduling thing, I think. So you're at absolute least 2 episodes behind. Possibly 1. Maybe 1 went up this morning, or 1's about to go up. Either way, you couldn't have seen it. But yeah, I've started to put the YouTube replays a bit out of sync because, I don't know, the viewership's been a bit all over the place, and I'm starting to feel like more people are waiting for the replays than are actually popping into the stream. And I feel like the more people have in the stream, the better the stream is, because we can keep chatting. So I'm experimenting with offsetting those replays a little bit. Which, if you're trying to catch up, I know is a pain in the ass, but I don't know. Got to do something. Yeah, I've still got the regular Skelly farm over this way. But we're only going to use that when we need arrows. The Spidey Skelly's going to do. I've just realised that this is an animated texture. trippy. How did I not notice that was animated before? Stare right down at the floor and make yourself sick. And you wouldn't want to be drunk playing this texture pack, would you? Portal looks half broken. What do you mean half broken? How is that looking half broken? I mean, I'm not sure I love the texture of the actual portal block itself, the purple bit. I do like the obsidian though. Right, and I put labels on my intersections as well, so I can stop getting confused about which way I'm supposed to be heading. Were there angels in nether portals? There are not angels in there. Oh, you mean the shape of the texture, I guess. I guess it is kind of a little bit angel-like, isn't it? It's when you're not close, it stops. Yeah, but that's a function of Bedrock. The lava does the same thing. It's trying to save resources or something, I don't know. But let's go down here, I'll show you lava. I really don't like the way lava looks in this texture pack. Most of the stuff I like, I mean, I like the ladders, I like the torches. I don't love the sword, or the diamond sword at least. I haven't seen the other swords yet. But I don't love it. But it looks good. Not sure I like the pickaxe either. But yeah, like I said, I might make my own texture pack to go over the top of this if I keep using it, just to bring back some of the stuff I like and cancel out some of the stuff I don't like. For example, lava. As you can see there, flowing lava, which is what this is supposed to be, doesn't animate until you get really, really close to it. Jeez.
Hey, pat on the back! Pat on the back for this guy!
Oh.
23 months hype.
Ow, 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 ow. Thank you very much, Paul. Many numbers. Let me give you some blinky, blinky love right there. Thank you very much. Splash the love in the chat room, if you would, please. 23 months, nearly 2 years. That's incredible. Yeah, as I was saying, the lava doesn't animate until you get sort of right up onto it, which is just a Bedrock thing, but it stands out even more in this texture pack for some reason. I think the draw distance is reduced where it starts animating, but yeah, once it's animating, it looks... Well, it still looks crap, actually. So that may be one of the things I do in a texture pack that goes over it.
Hey, pat on the back! Pat on the back for this guy!
Commander Sage, thank you very much for your 2 months in a row. Spam
2
hearts in the
months.
chat again,
Keep
please.
up the good work.
I will keep up their good work. Or at least I'll make attempts not to get worse. That's about as much as I can promise, really. Thank you, chat room. Yeah, I don't like the string in this texture pack either. The string looks super bad in the inventory. It just looks like... That might have been the last texture the guy made. It was making this texture pack. He was just like, oh, I forgot string. That'll do. Just a scribble. I do like the Nautilus shell though. Looks awesome. Right then. Shall we get on with things? Yeah, the armor looks pretty cool too. Gold armor looks badass. I'll show you the gold armor on the statue I've got back home. Right, so I tore down the melon farm that we built here. Remember we built melon farm right here, where this path is now? I tore it down because I blocked the view of the portal, and I like how that portal looks over there. I moved it underwater instead. Exact same design, just a little bit longer. And because it's so long, there has to be a point where I repeat the redstone signal, which means that pumpkin there never gets harvested. Who cares? Whatever. And I pipe the stuff up. Oh man, it's ticking away nicely. Excellent. Sugarcane's going well. It's going well. Ooh. I don't like that. I don't like the kelp texture either. Looks like a moldy book or something. Nice. Oh, I like the cactus. I haven't looked at the cactus before. So you've got little pointy-outy bits. Actual spines. Pointy-outy bits. You fucking idiot. It's got pointy-outy spines, you mean? Yeah. It's got those. Holy, that texture back. Yeah, I'm not sure whether I love it or not. There are things... There are lots of things I like about it, a few things I don't like about it, but like I said, we can layer texture packs and just get rid of things I don't like. Like, I'm definitely going to do one for villager sounds. Actually, let me show you why. I hate how... I mean, I don't like villager sounds generally, so I've always been intending to make a custom texture pack to make the villagers quieter or even silent, but in this pack in particular, I hate the way they sound, because they sound like Jawas. And they look like Jawas too. Just when you thought villagers couldn't be any more annoying sounding. It's so out of place too. It's so out of place. Nothing in this texture pack is Star Wars except for that. It's louder than normal too. Alright, let's put the string away. I like the carrot. I'm not sure I like the paper. Glowstone... eh. I love the pufferfish though. Look at that fucking pufferfish. Ooh. Diamond Horse Armor looks like a backpack, almost. Weird. What's that? Ink sac. An ink sac is a pot of ink. Okay, fine. Whatever. Raw salmon looks awesome. Let's have a look what a stone sword looks like. Not bad. Reminds me of something out of Adventure Time almost. Sort of dinged up sword held together with tape. It's like something Finn should be carrying around. Alrighty, what's this? Chain helmet? Fine, whatever. Spider's Eye. Gast here. That goes in mob drops as well. Got another Nautilus shell. Bedoop. Which I don't think we need. We don't have any more Hearts of the Sea. Enchanted books look awesome. Check those out. Maps look great. Right, what else? Putting away gold. I like the dyes. Look at that. And the bone meal. Interesting. I think I can get used to it. Would you prefer sand people? Don't be racist. A stranger wasn't notified of the stream. Yeah, notifications have been a bit sluggish again the last week or two. What's that? Oh, that's a furnace, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, that'll take some getting used to. Oh yeah, the gold armor. That's what I was coming over here to show you. Like the helmet in particular. Looks freaking awesome. Interestingly, they barely changed the trident. Look at the zombies though. Why'd you making noise? Is your noise broken? Oh, there it is. Standard noise. Boring. Can you see the comms that I'm texting you? What are commons? You don't have my number. How can you be texting me something? Oh, Christ, they're up there.
Hey, pat on the back! Pat on the back for this guy!
In comes Izzy! 21.
Hi.
Hi. 21-month resub. Thank you very much. Splash the love in the chat if you would be so kind. So, ooh, look at quartz. I did... Oh, that's the Nether Star? Weird. Why does the Nether Star not look like a star? I did finish off the Wither eventually. After last stream's misery. We got ourselves another star, so the first thing I think we should do is what's the beacon again? It's glass and 3 obsidian. I couldn't remember how many 3 obsidian. 3 obsidian. Where did I put my obsidian, do you think? Why am I always losing my obsidian? Where did I put my obsidian? There it is. I need obsidian bucks. I keep losing it. And some glass. It's too many glass, but whatever. Beer gun. Sweet. Just the beacon is square, not a star on the beacon, I think. Yeah, but it's called another star when it drops and it's star-shaped in every other texture pack I've ever used. Right. How many iron blocks can we make? $61. How many do I need for a full beacon? It's like 80 something, isn't it? Man, I always forget this. I think I'm honestly done with Minecraft on Switch. It's not fast enough. What do you mean it's not fast enough? Minecraft runs at exactly the same speed on Switch as it does anywhere else. Not faster. I don't... Yeah, what do you mean? Like, I could get you if you meant the machine doesn't have enough fast... Like, isn't fast enough to run more than... Was it 14 chunks of view distance or something? But 14 chunks is still pretty good. What? Ooh, Enderman. Oh, look at the Enderman. Holy shit. Are those supposed to be teeth or is that a chin beard? Come here. Is that your jaw or the teeth? Oh. Okay, the horses are a bit unsettling with their human-like eyes. Ah! He's trying to eat me. Alright. I guess if we set the beacon up here, it'll still be more than enough to cover that area. What's the base beacon? Is it 5 by 5? God, I can't remember. I'm gonna have to Google it. Back in Minecraft. Doobadoo, doobadoo. Okay, level 1 is 9 by 9. Ooh. Thank you for the bullet. No, that's white. What? 3, yeah, 9 by 9, so, yeah, okay, 9 by 9. And it's 23 stacks plus 4 of materials. Does that mean what material? Blocks or what? Let's just do a 5 by 5 to start with. We can always build it out later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got that part working at least. Ooh, look at the beam. It's got like runes and stuff on it. They look like they're taken straight out of Stargate, actually. Those look like gate chevron address things. You decided to have special fun today with the pack? Yeah. Decided to try something different. Why not? What could possibly go wrong? Okay, so one of those in there, and we want haste. Beautiful. Why are we not getting haste? Huh? Haste. There it goes. There's haste. There we go. Now I got my poopy bubbles. Now, when does this run out? How much area does that get me to cover? Oh, looks like we get the whole area over here. Good. Yep. Don't know how far down it'll take us, but we can always move it later. Alright. So we're good to go and start clearing out the slime chunks. Don't know whether we'll do that today, but we can make a start on it. No, I haven't got around to Octopath yet. Keep meaning to. Been having a rough week. Haven't been in the mood. I really want to enjoy that game properly, so I've got to wait till the time and the mood strike perfectly. Will you ever stream Pokemon? I've streamed hundreds of hours of Pokemon, man. Hundreds of hours of Pokemon. What is that? Is that... Oh, leather. Okay. It's trouble with new text packs, getting used to all the... the rabbit's foot. All the new shapes of things. Vandergrills!
Oh, boy! Oh, hey, pat on the back! Pat on the back for this guy!
Thank you very much for your sub. Boop, boop. Splash some love down in the chat room if you would be so kind, people. Right, what are we going to do today? The first thing I'm going to do is do another cycle of my birch trees. So I went through a lot of stripped logs. In fact, I went through all my stripped logs. Doing the nether thing. Where's my house? My house is that little fellow right there. That's where my bed and my kind of main chest is when I put precious stuff away, things like that. But we will eventually have a new base underwater. Which, actually, we can make a start on that today too. Might be time to move. We got decent number of materials. We got the underwater breathing and stuff now. Have you played Pokemon in 4K on the new Citra emulator? I haven't even heard of the Citra emulator. Must be out of the loop on the emulator stuff. Presumably, if you're asking if I played it in 4K, it's up-resing like the GameCube games. I don't know what would be the point of up-resing the Game Boy games to 4K, because they're sprite-based anyway. Nice axe, if not one I would usually think for chopping wood. Yes, it doesn't really look like a lumberjack's axe, does it? It's definitely a battle axe kind of inspired design. They didn't really think that one through, did they? Cold place you made. What? I'm going to assume you're trying to say cool place. Because that sounds like it might be a sentence that might make sense in the context of what's going on. How long have you been playing Minecraft? In this particular world, only since Bedrock launched on Switch. So, like a month, half ago. In broader terms, since about 1.7 in Java is when I got on board. Shortly after that launched. So, what, 5 years, 6 years, something like that? Not sure exactly. But yeah, I mean, if you... Hi. If you, like, Google the Minecraft wiki and find out when 1.7 came out, it was pretty much around then. Wow, creepers look creepy. Ooh, that was close. What was the name of that, man, clumps are everywhere. What was the name of that emulator you were telling me about again? I'll Google search it now, so at the end of the stream I remember it. Why are there so many mobs around? Has there been an update that I didn't see that increased the number of mob spawns at last? What version am I on? Can't tell. Wait, or can I if I go to settings? No. Have to exit out, I guess. Was there a new hotfix? No. What texture pack am I? I'm playing on the BDcraft Sphax texture pack. There it is, pure BDcraft. You'll find it in the marketplace. It's probably at the top of the marketplace. It recently had an update with high-res textures like what I'm using here, which is 256 by 256. I believe only PCs get that resolution pack, but this exact same texture pack can be used on the consoles as well. But because of their more limited video memory, you only get the lower resolution options. I don't know what the Switch one, or the Switch is probably going to use the 64. Xbox One might get away with the 128, or the Xbox One X should. Don't know about the Xbox One itself, but yeah. The PC version gets the absolute maximum possible. There is a slider you can use, by the way, when you set up the texture pack. At least on PC, there's a slider you can go into and set which what resolution textures you want it to use. So if you've got a PC that just chugs a bit on the high-res stuff, on the super high-res stuff, or the highest-res stuff, I should say, you can slide it down a bit and save yourself some video memory. But you can see that rig behind me? Yeah, it's got more than enough guts for Minecraft at whatever you want to throw at it. Citra, thank you. Okay, let me just Google that right here. Citra 3ds emulator. Okay, I'll leave that in an open tab so I can come back to it. That was all of them. Time to reforest. Do you play Fortnite? Not really, no. I've got Fortnite installed because I use it when I'm doing benchmarking and stuff for hardware reviews, but I don't play it myself. I don't have the time to invest in it to get good enough to be having fun with it. So that's the thing about those games. It's a game you play and you play and you play and you play and you play. It's not one of those things you can pop in and out of when you feel like it. If you don't play regularly, you don't keep up the skill set, and you don't have any fun because all you do is get owned. Although, that said, we are going to go back to Overwatch next week. Stream some Overwatch. Because the Summer Games thing's coming back, so I want to stream some more Lucio Ball while we can. Tweeted about that earlier today. It's the only version of soccer, computerized or IRL, that I've actually enjoyed. Lucio Ball's tons of fun. So I figure we should stream more of that. Ocean Money is so reason use. Yes, they are. They certainly can be easy. Yeah, still working out what I'm going to do with mine. I've cleared it out. We did that last stream. I've put the cap on it now. All I've got to do now is figure out the exact coordinates of those spawn points. And figure out some sort of spawn grinder. And we'll be good. I'll do that next weekend once I've had time to figure it all out. Sort of miss fooling around with all sorts of mods and texture packs. 1.6, 1.7 don't really have the patience for that lately. Well, that's one of the nice things about Bedrock as well. You can get like pre-made packs just from the marketplace. You have to pay real money for them, or Minecraft coins or whatever. But they sort of come preset. Like, so I've got one that's kind of like it's called Skytrade. It's similar in many ways to those old mod packs where you just start on an island. What do they call it? Skyblock. Similar to Skyblock in many ways. But yeah, you don't have to do any modding or anything. It's just all in one little sort of DLC style download thing. And there's also different options for that. And behavior packs and things like that. So I might want to give one of those a go. If you're not too interested in the old vanilla experience, but want to dig back into Minecraft for a little bit. I quite enjoyed the Skytrade one. The only issue we had is I was running it. We did a few streams with it over a few weeks, but I was running it on a Windows 10 beta code of Minecraft, and it caused us a few issues. It was very frustrating for a while. We'll get back to it one day, I suppose. Might start a new one. Oh, the furnaces. That's what the top of furnace looks like, apparently. Okay. I forgot to put these here. We could probably get rid of these now that we've got this super smelter over the other end. Did I leave any fuel in them? Sure did. And material, for that matter. Where's my stone items? Here we are. Interesting break animation. Not sure I like that. Okay. Doop-a-doop, zip-a-doop. Rotten flesh, few arrows, bit of leather. I've finally been getting more into Overwatch. Ooh, you've been playing ranked. Ooh. Yeah, I like Overwatch mechanically, but again, like Fortnite, it's one of those games I feel like I just don't have the time for to play properly. But Lucio Ball's a different story. Right. Ooh, look at the potion stand. Never even noticed that before. Looks badass. Hey, Bluntlantis, haven't caught a stream in a while. Hello, Ben Sader. How you doing? Right. Clean inventory? Clean inventory. Good. Okay. Right. I think while I chew on what I actually want to get done today, we might pop down to the mine and do a strip. See if we can find some more diamonds. Let's try over here. Okay, torches. As one of Judge's games are based on how good the single player experience is, I can agree with your stance on Fortnite Overwatch. Yeah, I mean, for those, I completely understand why people like those games. But, for me personally, just not my thing. Maybe someday a game similar to them will be my thing. It'll just be such an experience I can't help but get addicted to it, but yeah, so far, nothing. Still looks very good in this six-pack. Yeah, I'm not sure I like the cobblestone. I gotta... The gravel. I'm not sure I like the gravel. The stone is pretty nice. Ooh, the lapis looks pretty good. I think I've got like 13 left, which is why I've been doing this. Not many. This world isn't that old, and I haven't done much mining, so we're not terribly diamond rich at this point. The reasons this chickspec has been one of the most used since it appeared. Yeah, like I said, well, you might not have been here by then, but yeah, when we first opened the stream, I was talking about texture pack a little bit. I've been aware of this texture pack for ages, like way back in the Java days. I tried it out because it was super popular back then. I was like, okay, let's see what the big deal is. And back then, I think its maximum resolution was like 64 or something. But the reason I didn't like it and couldn't use it is the user interface, like what they did to the... Thank you for the follow there, Hid. What they did to the hotbar and things like that, it was just... I found it unusably awful. Like all of this, this interface, the crafting interface, all of that kind of stuff, it was just so awful. Could not stand it. But as you can see, on the Bedrock edition, I'm not sure whether this is true on the Java version of this texture pack, but at least here on Bedrock, you get the option to install the texture pack and the UI alterations separately. Like there are two separate things you can add to your texture pack options. And so now I can use the texture pack and enjoy the crispy textures and not compromise on the user interface side of things. Yogcast used this pack. I always really liked it. I don't watch that much of Yogcast. I call them from time to time, here and there, but I'm not a habitual viewer by any means. I did love the cobblestone though. I love the shades in the cobblestone, just the different coloured rocks. Really nice. Already a thing with mods in Java. What's already a thing? Oh, the UI thing? Yeah. I mean, you could always edit the texture pack manually. It's super easy to do, but I guess that was before I learned my way around the file structures of texture packs, and or couldn't be bothered doing it myself or whatever. But yeah, that's the story of me and Sfax Pure BD Craft anyway. That pack is really pleasing today, but I kind of got sick of it after a while. Kind of used, yeah, it was everywhere for a while, wasn't it? How about now? How do you feel about it now? Are you still sick of it, or has it been long enough since you've seen it in sort of active use? Because I feel like I haven't seen too many people use it these days. I mean, right about now they might, because, like I said, it just came out with brand new high-resolution options on the Bedrock marketplace, so a lot more people might be jumping on board at once all over again. Did I bring my bucket with me? Did not, did I? Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's go get the bucket. Is the Pokemon Pixelmon mod good? Never tried it. I've seen other people play it, and I watched the Achievement Hunter playthrough and stuff of that and things, but never tried it myself. I always figured if I wanted to play Pokemon, I'd just fucking play Pokemon. There's 20-something years worth of Pokemon games to choose from. I don't need a half-assed fan-made knockoff. Bucket of water. I think I could go back to it. It's a very nice cartoonish vibe, but I barely play Minecraft anymore these days. Yeah. Thank you for the follow. Catermilny. Oh yeah, turn the you might have noticed I've turned the follower alerts back on again. I've been saying for weeks and weeks and weeks I should do that, and I finally got around to it. And I redesigned my my alert overlay graphic thingies to better match my core overlay. It's not just a random Rick and Morty gif anymore. Which I kind of miss, because I love Rick and Morty to bits, but looks a bit more slick and professional when everything matches, doesn't it? Still kept the sounds though. I'm pretty sure I still kept the Rick and Morty sounds. I only changed the graphics. So they look, so when the windows pop up on the alerts, they look like part of the actual overlay proper. Are you interested in playing Let's Go? I am. I've pre-ordered the Pokeball Plus already. Haven't bothered pre-ordering the game because there's no point pre-ordering a Pokemon game. There's always plenty of stock. That's the only reason you should ever pre-order a game, really, if you're worried about not getting a copy. Actually, you know what? The thought hasn't even crossed my mind yet, but maybe this will be a digital purchase. Or maybe I'll do both. Maybe I'll buy one physical copy and buy the other alternate version digitally. Because I have started buying more and more Switch games digitally. And I even just upgraded to a 200 gigabyte SD card because they're on sale on the Amazon Prime Day thing they had a couple of weeks back. And I got two 200 gigabyte SanDisk micro SD cards for like $50 each or something ridiculous like that. Price you'd normally pay for a 64 or something. Consistent stream overlay definitely makes for a nicer watching. Appreciate it. I mean, it doesn't do anything important, but it just gives that little extra bit of professional polish. I like consistency, which is why my Bedrock Minecraft drives me insane. Because it's just not consistent with everything I've learned about Minecraft for half a decade. Everything's different, mobs spawn differently, redstone works different. Well, I never understood redstone anyway, so that didn't matter so much. Hey Star Sapphire, how you doing? Why does it look so pretty? Oh, I trimmed the beard a little bit this morning, that's all. Is that what you're noticing? I'm using a texture pack called Pure BD Craft. One of the historically most popular texture packs that have been about. I just felt like a change. I was poking through the marketplace. I noticed it just got an upgrade to super high resolution. Well, for Minecraft, super high resolution anyway, but decided to give it a go. Switch games are so overpriced. They cost the same as a video game costs. Like a Switch game is the same price as an Xbox game or a PlayStation game. It's the same price points. And if you buy physical, you can offer... Oh, hello, we must be under the extreme hills again. Which means probably no more diamonds, because they're replaced by emeralds at this point. I was about to say something. What was I saying? Yeah, buying digitally is not a way to get cheaper games for Switch. Because retailers have sales. Like Octopath Traveler, for example. That was more expensive digitally than it was physically anywhere else. I still bought it digitally because I wanted it there all the time, but... It was like 80 bucks on the eShop, and a lot of retailers had it closer to 65 or something. Oh damn, I forgot to switch out to my fortune pickaxe. Switch got smaller PS4 games in the UK anyway. I'll do. Yeah, Nintendo don't tend to drop the prices of the games over time, like at least the first party stuff. So you've definitely got an argument there. Switch games stay more expensive for longer because Nintendo never discount their own games because they feel it sends the wrong message. If people learn that prices never go down, maybe they'll buy them more at the start and they can have better numbers on their charts and things, I don't know. And also, if a game is worth $60 day one, why isn't it worth $60 day 121? The game hasn't gotten any worse. It's probably got better because of patches. Why wouldn't you pay full price for it again? Not sure if you remember, but I was thinking of getting US exclusive Zelda 2DS XL. Actually got it now. Could have been my first ever digital only console since Region Lock. Ah, yes. Region Lock. Remember those days? Ugh. Don't mind paying full price for a game, mate. Yeah, exactly. I never bitch and whine about game prices too much, except in the area of there are certain games that just don't represent good value for money. Like there are some games, you know, I don't mind if they don't drop in price over time, but the starting price has to match what they deliver. Oh, hello diamonds. Oh, hello diamonds. Hoping there was another diamond hidden behind there somewhere. Nope. Just these ones? Fine. Where's my fortune axe? I don't have a fortune axe anymore. What happened to my fortune axe? Oh, I retired it because it was too expensive to repair. 25 levels. Is that enough to get fortune? We could try enchanting a new one. Spend 3 diamonds to maybe get slightly more than 3 diamonds? Ah, fuck it. Looks at Mass Effect Andromeda. Yes, I put full price for a game. Well, I mean, that game is shit, and it's not very well made. But can kind of understand why they set the price of that the way they did, because it's an expensive development process. But yeah. Being a shit game is a bit different from... I'm trying to think of a good way to frame it up, I don't know. Like Minecraft, for example. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of joy out of it. I would pay $60 for this game. But if I did pay $60 for this game, I wouldn't have bought it on almost every platform it's available on. I'm just get around to playing a Hat in Time. Hadn't have to buzz for that. Yeah, hasn't it just released on the Switch or something? Or is it, did I see news that's coming for the Switch? Or every week there's news of some old game that's being ported to the Switch, because the Switch is just the place to be. Really not sure I like the look of gravel. Almost has the texture of human skin under a microscope. I got Imagine 14 on Switch. I nearly bought 14 yesterday, Star. Actually, the night before. I was looking for things to do with the Lenovo sponsored streams, and I want to start targeting some more popular games instead of just the games that I really want to play, because, well, I mean, it's a new PC range and people are going to want to know how their favourite games play on it. So I looked at World of Warcraft. Thought that was taking a bit long to break. Come get me. Still not sure what the rules are about monster blocks in this game. They seem to turn up at places where they shouldn't turn up. Are they just randomly in the world? Does this mean I'm near a fortress? No idea. Any torches up there? That looks things. Have I been here before? If I were here before, I didn't do a very good job of lighting it up, did I? Diamonds. Diamonds, diamonds, diamonds. Diamonds, diamonds. Yeah, I have been through here, but apparently I gave up. I stopped exploring, or maybe I died. Who remembers? Or maybe I'm doing what I'm about to do and go, I'll come back to it, and never do. If you get into WoW, I'll help you out there. Yeah, I figured I could rely on you, Fish. But yeah, I thought WoW would be a good thing to try out for Lenovo stream. Because number one, it's still very, very popular, of course. Number two, it's just launching a new... What are they called? Expansions? New DLC, basically. So it'd be sort of a hot time to poke into WoW, because a lot of people will be coming back to it or jumping on board and things like that. That could be worth the time. To be fair though, if you do decide to play it, go all in. Just make sure you set some serious time aside. It's a massive download nowadays. Well, download's not a problem. I've got really nice internet. Unusually good for an Australian. Alright then, not so bad. Ding-a-ding. Expansion. Great, I did have the right word. Cool. It's funny how some games use weird nomenclature and some just pick and choose. Expansion, DLC packs. What's the other word? There's another common word that they use for stuff like that. What is it? And they removed all. They removed. Wait. Who removed all the PvP servers? Who did? What did? My inner photographer would be in heaven. How about Rocket League? Actually, while the Summer Games thing is going on, we should do some Lucio Ball on the Lenovo. I've got to make up a sponsored stream for Lenovo, because obviously I missed yesterday's stream because of technical issues, which really bugged me more than it would have because I missed the day before because of personal issues. So I'm sorry about that, guys. Those of you who love to hang around the streams on the weekends, missed 2 streams in a row. Don't feel good about that, but shrug. Not much I can do about it. But yeah, Lucio Ball would be a good way to make up the sponsored stream that I owe Lenovo. Popular game, fun thing to do. Can take as long or as little as I like. I think we might plan on that. Thank you very much for the follow many numbers. Alright, looks like I've been through here. Alright, let's continue our line. Line it up! Let's be careful, because I do know there's a lake of lava over there, so... Full team was always more PvE oriented to begin with. There's no bullshit, like a level 70 player being able to come in and slaughter you. That's good to know. 2am spending the day with family at the lake today, so I guess I'm off to it. Alright, Marshall. Enjoy your lake day tomorrow. Or today. Later today, I suppose. If it's already 2am. Oh, hey, more diamonds. This is more like it. This is the best diamond luck I've had since I started this world. Thank you, Jamafig, for the cheers and the bitteroonies. Speaking of Overwatch, the grand final average 860,000 viewers per minute. I was going to say that seems pretty low, but viewers per minute. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm with you. Damn. Good, that was safe anyway. Nom nom. Hey, whoop. Come here. How we doing? Hey, almost doubled our diamond count at this point. Nice. Alright, which way did I come from? This way. Gold up there. decide if you want to be support, pure healer, pseudo DPS, true tank, edgelord. That's the edgelord class. Is that where you just run around saying fuck Batman? I think I've got the most liked comment on the reveal video for Titans, by the way. Last time I checked, which is a few days ago, I still did. But if you go to the official trailer for Titans, the top comment is from me. It's like Robin the boy edgelord. Last time I checked it, I had like 600 thumbs. Which probably means it's as funny as I thought it was when I thought it up. I main DRG. Does that be the most relevant class lore-wise? It's a tank class called Dark... Oh, a tank class called Dark Knight. That sounds right up my fucking alley. I get to play tank and I get to be called the Dark Knight. I'm in. Our premise is you swing a giant sword as big as you are and use darkness for your powers. Ooh. That's edgy as fuck. I am the knight! Well, let you play a Blood Death Knight. See, that just feels like it's trying too hard, Fish. I'm a Blood Death Knight. It just sounds like some 13-year-old wannabe goth trying to think up a name for their OC. Bloody blood McBlood Death Knight McSlaughterpants of Death the Third. It's just a Death Knight. The talent tree is blood. Ah, I see. Oh Christ! I've started. We started an argument in chat about who has the more edgy tank class. Ooh, this might be the end of the trails here. Seems like a big lava lake. Nope, not so bad. Death in my death face. Stop it. Will you be doing VR streams or streams of videos using a Lenovo rig to set up forms? Yeah. Sure will. Probably not streams, because VR streams are a bit tricky sometimes. But certainly we'll be doing some video about VR on it. Actually, there's a thought. I should probably talk to the Lenovo peeps and see if I can get a Lenovo branded VR headset to do that with. To try and stay on brand instead of using the Dell one that I actually own myself. I'm not sure if they care that much, but it'd be worth asking. Or I could just ask them to send me a Lenovo sticker to put on my Dell one. just straight across the faceplate. I do like the Lenovo Legion logo, though. That sort of tri-blade thing. It's pretty badass. Should get some stickers of those. Oh no, my headset's so bad. They're really good. I haven't used mine in a while. Been too distracted by the crap, but yeah. If that mini ITX board wasn't faulty, I would have been using it already for the VR stuff I had planned to do. Talk to my Gigabyte people about that, by the way. They're sending me an RMA for it. So I don't know whether they're going to just take it back or replace it or what I'm going to have to do. But, yeah. The Mobo was toasty. First DOA Mobo I've ever had, actually. Had to happen sooner or later. Ooh. heard Windows VR isn't bad for the price point. It's amazing for the price point. If you get on my main YouTube channel, Blunty TV, and search the video page on my channel for VR, you'll find a bunch of videos about it. Full review, various demonstrations of games, trying different things about tracking and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you can get them for sort of close to $200 when they're on sale on Amazon or something. About $250, $280 usual price. If you're elsewhere in the world, they can be a bit more expensive, but you get them from Amazon, you can. It's nice and cheap. But yeah, for the price you pay, they're bloody amazing. The screens and lenses are better than a regular HTC Vive by a very wide margin. Everything is much, 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 much clearer. The tracking is less sophisticated, but still well within the good enough range that you'll never really worry about it. Super easy to set up. No muss, no fuss, no external trackers, that kind of crap. Yeah. It hurts me to say that I love a Microsoft developed product as much as that, but there's one thing they managed not to fuck up, is their VR standard. I mean, I like my Xbox One X too, but it's hardly a perfect product, is it? When it comes to its library, for example. But yeah, I don't think there's much about the Windows MR headsets that I would choose to improve. Any improvements that I would suggest would only drive the cost up, and part of the most attractive thing about that is how cheap and accessible they are. So yeah. Amazing good product from the engineers at Microsoft. I guess that's probably where my bud found out about it. Probably. I do have some of the best videos on it, if I do say so myself. Back when I still played WoW, my main was a gnome. My brain wanted to read dermatologist then. I mean, I know some MMORPGs have job systems in them, but I don't think dermatologist is among them, is it? Wouldn't that be awesome if it was? If the job systems in MMOs weren't like fisherman or bounty hunter and things like that, it was just like dermatologist and street sweeper. Garbage man. Dentist. We found YouTube coverage during fantastic Switch coverage. Excellent, yeah. And again, even if I do say so myself, my Switch coverage through the lead up to and in the launch window of Switch was some of the best out there. I'm proud of what I did with that stuff. Death McDeathface, your friendly neighborhood dentist, yeah. Dr. Death McDeathface to you. Looks like we've run out of diamonds. Haven't seen one in a little while, have we? Which is when WoW came out, people who played other MMOs hated how kid-friendly it was. I don't remember that, but it wouldn't surprise me. It's too accessible. It has to be confusing and hard. That way I feel important when I play it, because I understand it, nobody else does. Yeah. Very much Cheetos. So the review on the MSVR headset. Just got MSI Infinite X. I'm thinking about getting a VR headset, and I don't want to spend a ridiculous amount of... Yeah, if you don't want to spend money, but you want VR, and you want decent VR, that isn't some sort of ridiculous compromise, like trying to hook up your cell phone to your PC with a plastic helmet and some sort of third-party streaming software and crap like that, then yeah, Windows MR is a really good way to go for that. Just some news article about 8K VR. Yeah, they've been Pimax. They've been developing that one for a little while now. It must be close to launch by now. 4K to each eye, 200-degree field of view. Yeah, that'd be the Pimax 8K. Or possibly the Stargazer from... I forget who made that one. It's going to be interesting to see how VR optimized NVIDIA's upcoming new cards are going to be. And if they're going to double down on that. Actually, speaking of technology, I've got an appointment tomorrow with the AMD people. They're going to tell me all about the new Threadrippers. Oh. WoW is very pretty and stylized. I don't know whether I call WoW pretty. Not by today's standards. Just got HTC 5 yesterday and I punched my hole in ceiling so many times again already. Yeah, I've got a hanging light in my main room. Had to hoist that up by several inches on its chains to make sure I didn't belt it when I was swinging around in VR.
Hey, pat on the back! Pat on the back for this guy!
Fish, will you use less text?
Most people I know think that I'm crazy, and I know at times I act a little hazy, but if that's my way and you should know it, then in every way help me to show it. Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
You know? Most people I know thinking I'm crazy, and I know at times I act a little hazy. Man, I haven't heard that song in forever, Fish. Thank you for that. And thank you for the resub as well, by the way. 20 months in a row. Can we get some love in chat for Fish? We appreciate it. Pity the monthly sub for Final Fantasy XIV works out about 20 Australian if you have the PAL version. Yeah, that's something that stopped me in my tracks when I was looking at that the other day. I was like, why is there a PAL version of something that runs on a computer and frame rate and refresh rates are irrelevant anyway? It confused me. I couldn't be bothered figuring out this PAL version, but this server and that server, I just, whatever. Too confusing. Ancient nomenclature. I don't know what PAL is. PAL is a TV standard. Back in the console days, it was important. Some countries said NTSC, some countries said PAL. And it had to do with resolution versus frame rate. PAL was superior in that it had greater resolution, 525 lines of detail as opposed to 480 for NTSC. But NTSC ran at 30 frames a second and PAL at 25. Which had various pros and cons depending on whether you were playing video games or watching TV and movies and this and that. And some games, especially some Sega games, where they ran at specific frame rates. So if you ran them in the PAL region, they ran slower. Because they were frame locked instead of time dependent. So Sonic, for example, ran literally slower and the music played slower. Oh, hello, Creeper. You saw me from a while off, didn't you? But yeah, why PAL would be a thing for Final Fantasy XIV, I have no idea. It's just, I don't know who made that decision to carve up the regions for an MMO with PAL and not PAL, but it's a very strange idea. Basically, PAL was 500i when the alternative was 480i. More or less. It was, yeah, 525 lines of resolution, I think, versus 480. I forget what the exact number was, but yeah. PAL had better resolution, but a slower frame rate. But that slower frame rate was more appropriate for television and movies anyway. Especially movies, which were framed at 24 frames a second, so you would only get one doubled frame instead of 5. Made movies look better. And they were clearer. PAL TVs also didn't have the massively obvious scan lines that American TVs had, for example. Which confused me for many years until I found out what scan lines were, because every time you saw a close-up of a TV in a movie or something, you go, what? It's got lines across it. Why has it all got all these dark lines? My TV doesn't have those dark lines. Why are they showing crappy TVs in American movies? Then I learned about their low resolution and what scan lines were, and I went, oh man, those poor people. How do they survive a TV with dark lines down the picture? Hideous. Always leery of getting into a subscription game. Didn't need so until the chance. Yeah. It's a double-edged sword. On the one hand, if you pay a subscription, it can help keep the game more active because the people who are paying want to keep playing to get their money's worth. When a game sort of has to go free to play, it can attract new players into the game, but they might not stick around because they can stop playing at any time and not feel like they're wasting any money. And that's kind of what happened to the last MMO that I was genuinely interested in playing, and that was DC Universe Online. Because, you know, I'm a DC comic book reader from way back, and I thought, fuck yeah, I get to run around being, you know, with Flash superpowers or Batman gadgets and things like that. That sounds like awesome fun, and it was pretty fun. But, yeah, it never really caught on in any significant way, and I got kind of bored of it for a while because the content wasn't that great, and it was still back in the day when I wasn't super social in gaming. So I didn't know how to make friends in online games like that. Find parties. And it eventually went free to play, so I went back into it again when it was free to play, and it was just, yeah, it's just not the same. So yeah. Or free to start maybe was, I don't know. You know what I mean anyway. I just wish DC Universe Online had been as successful as WoW or something. So you can still be playing to this day. I mean, I think it is still active. I don't think they've shut down the servers or anything yet, but I don't know what the player base is like. Maybe they'll bring that to the Switch. TV scan lines only showed up on cameras without the mix between screen refresh and camera swapping rate. Lines were usually invisible. Nah. So I went to America and looked at the TV when I was, oh, what year was it? I went to LA in 2007 for the first time. And this was back before most hotel rooms had upgraded their TVs to flat screens and stuff like that, because that was an expensive proposition. So I had a CRT in my hotel room, and I could definitely see the scan lines. From a fair distance away, too. Definitely looked like a softer picture as well. That could have been the crappy hotel room TV playing its part as well. But yeah, I could tell the difference easily. Gold, coal, redstone. Alright. I think we'll just keep digging straight ahead. Excuse me. wonder if I'm near another skelly spawner. I seem to be hearing a lot of skeletons. I don't hear the telltale tick of the spawner, though. Doesn't really matter. I've got enough skeleton bones. Don't need to find out what that one's about. Are you the guy that this Nightbot developer guy is ranting about? RN? No, the fuck, what did you do? No idea. I don't know any Nightbot developers. I don't even use Nightbot. I use Moobot. So yeah, not me. The champ. Humble name, by the way. I like it. Do you have a goal in this world, or just exploring such a... No, we're gonna... I mean, I don't have a specific goal. It's not like we're aiming at one thing and then we're done, but... Right now, I'm just sort of mining, because mining's nice and calm, and I need more diamonds, really. Yeah, we've officially more than doubled... Because I've got like 13 diamonds left up on the surface, so... We're doing much better now. But yeah, the main... I don't know whether I'd call it a goal, but the thing I'm going to do is kind of build an underwater city kind of thing. Or an underwater settlement, at least. With little air-based pods for villager trades and water-logged pods for me to wander around in, because I've got the heart of the sea ocean breathing thingamabob doodler. What are they called again? Conduits, thank you. Jesus. Got the conduits so I can live underwater, so it doesn't matter if my rooms are waterlogged. But yeah, I'm going to have at least a couple of air pods under there for various kinds of auto farms and villager trading center and things like that. But yeah, that's the general idea of the world. We're going to take advantage of the new Life Aquatic update stuff and build a cool underwater settlement. Town, city, C-Lab. Hands up on the chat who's seen C-Lab 2021, by the way. If you like Archer, you really should have seen C-Lab 2021. It's where Adam Reed started, basically. C-Lab 2021, and after that finished, it was Frisky Dingo and Exticles. And then Archer. You can see the way he developed the kind of aesthetic that is now undeniably Archer. The kind of, not just the look, but the comedy, the way language is used. Actually, it's funny, that brings me back to the LA thing I was talking about just a minute ago with the TVs. C-Lab 2021 is a show I discovered while I was in LA for the very first time. Looking at that TV and seeing the scan lines. I stumbled across C-Lab 2021 on... It must have been Adult Swim, I guess. Thank you very much for the follow, catastrophic name. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that one. And Stormblood, there's a whole race of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Really? A race of Ninja Turtles. Well, in WoW they have pandas. Preferred to see that 2020. I never actually saw the original, apart from that one episode where they did went completely dry with it and did the regular episode. I mean, a proper race. Well, I don't know if you can have a race of mutants. Mutants, by definition, are different from the standard. You've mutated. You can't be a race of mutants. You can start a race with a mutation, which is what...
Hey, pat on the back! Pat on the back for this guy!
Thank you very much, Careblade. Interrupted my deep thought.
Almost 1 year, D.
D indeed. Spam love in the chat, please, for the sub. Thank you very much, Careblade. And thank you very much, Colby's Fangirl, for the follow. Yeah, I was about to say, you can't really have a race of mutants. You can start a race with a mutation, because that's what humans are, basically. A series of mutations that made us what we are, but we're not mutants, by definition. So can you actually have a race of mutants? I don't think so. Oh, hello. They didn't see those diamonds there. Alright, where's the source of that water? Ah, fuck it. I'll just dig it out. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Fun times at den sometime, I suppose. I'm just tuning in. What's the text spec? Text spec is Spac's Pure BD Crafts. You can see there. Pure BD Craft up the top of the menu. Trying it out because it just got updated with a super high resolution option. What you're looking at now is a 256 texture pack. If you get the Java version, apparently it goes up to 512. But on Bedrock, 256 it maxes out at, which is pretty crispy. And you only even get that if you're using PC. Although this texture pack is available for all of Bedrock, which means you can run on all the consoles, except for PlayStation. But what resolution you have available to you varies depending on platform because of the video memory it takes up. Remember those mutant frogs from TMNT from the 1980s? EQs, froglocks were basically that. Froglocks. I love the name. Ooh, mushrooms look a bit weird, don't they? Alright, well, we're kind of at the end of our torches here, so I guess we go back. We can call that done, we've gone pretty far. We have 25 diamonds, a bunch more coal, and a bunch more iron as well. I call that successful. Am I Doctor Who Infinity? Who thought that was a good idea? What's that? I've never heard of it. What's Doctor Who Infinity? Is that a new thing or an old thing? I'm actually rewatching Doctor Who at the moment. I've just got up to the point with Bill Potts. Like the first episode with her in it is the next one I'm watching. I've gone all the way through from hello. There must be a skeleton spawn around here somewhere. But yeah, I've gone all the way through the new series. Like not the super old classic stuff. But from Eccleston onwards. I've been rewatching. In preparation for the new Doctor! The Match 3 game. $12 and Steam. Oh jeez. Is it officially... Tell me it's not officially licensed. Tell me it's just some chump about to get sued by the BBC. Or at least a cease and desist. I bet you it's a port of a mobile game or something. Thank you for the follow, AWTS. I mean, it wouldn't be the first terrible Doctor Who game out there. There's been a lot of really bad Doctor Who games. There was even some Flash-based ones back in the early Tennant days, I think. Wow, we really did go a long way in this tunnel, didn't we? Long, long way. So based on the study preferences of earlier doctors, how long until the doctor gets to be a ginger? I was thinking that myself, actually. I'm surprised they didn't cast a ginger woman. If they wanted to go for a woman this time, why wouldn't they cast a ginger woman? Or at least get her to dye her hair. Saw the title and got intrigued, then I saw what it was and pulled the Vader. Pulled the Vader. Oh, you mean no? What, you don't like BD Crafts? It was kind of overused for a long time there. We were talking about that earlier. What the fuck was that noise? Bright out here, isn't it? Alright, time for the ritual of the degubbing. And descent. Right? Right. Beware the phantom, I gotta stay time. No phantoms in Bedrock yet. There we are. Did have just 13 left, I did remember correctly. Hooray! 38. Flint core. Missed one. Out of my tube. I re-engineered the furnaces down there, by the way. And there's just 2 running now. Because we had that issue with the hoppers not feeding properly and things like that. So it's just a standard 2x super smelter now, which should be fine. Right, clean inventory. We need more torches. I've just now noticed the ender chest. I was distracted by everything else before, but I've just now noticed it. That looks awesome. Torches. Is that all the torches I have? No problem. We just picked up a buttload more coal. Zoop. Okie dokie. So what shall we start building? Shush. Seriously, I hate the way they sound like Javas. Yeah, the inconsistency of it bugs me. Nothing else in this world is even remotely Star Wars related, except for the villagers. It's just so stupid. Thank you for the follow, Strawberry Strip. Alright, cows are probably due for a harvest. They sure are. Look at their floppy little cows with bangs. Cows with bangs. Shh. I'll have it soon. There you go. Can you try a fortune pickaxe? Not quite yet. We might get another level out of... No, we probably might get another level out of the cows. Turn the water off, please. Thank you. Yeah, I think fortune is a level 30 requirement, if I remember correctly. So once we get another level, we can try. How are we doing here? Really full? We should have built a double smelter for that, I think. Starting to get a bit backed up. Although we're not starving for fuel, so it'll keep chewing away at it. I think olives look pretty cool. Alright, let's go take a nap. And... I don't know what I want to start building. Tron Giant. Yeah, it's a little bit of influence from everywhere, isn't it? Alright, I think what I want to do is start building the... Where's he sprinting off to? Start building the Turtle Trading Center. I've decided that my villager trading center is going to be shaped like a turtle. Probably made out of glass, or at least a big glass shell. So we can see into it from above. And I feel like this area here is where it should be. And I feel like his face should be pointed this way. So when we come across to it, we see his face there. We'll probably end up moving the conduit. But I feel like this is a good space for it. Longer than it is wide. So we put his face like here. Body can stretch out to here. Ooh, geez, lots of little guys down here. Ow. Oh, hey, you. Stop it. Alright, job number one. Let's go get some sea pickles and light up this place so we get less of those guys hassling us. Oh, bloody hell, they're all hiding in the conduit. Don't know why he isn't taking damage from the conduit. He's supposed to be. Sea pickle time. Any plans to start a new world in the future? We only just started this world, so yeah, no plans yet. I'm sure it'll happen eventually. But no plans. But this world is brand new as of the aquatic update, so I don't feel the need for a new world yet. Actually, they've got lights in them, that should care of that. Get out of my face. The noise made when you place them so weird. It is. It is weird, isn't it? I think it's the echo that makes it weird. There's a little bit of a reverb on it that shouldn't be there. Because it sounds like you're putting them down like in a kitchen or something. Whereas you would not hear an empty reverb like that if you're putting these down underwater. How are we doing here? The actual lighting situation is a bit difficult to tell when this thing is on because it gives you night vision anyway. So you can't really see the pools of light. Oh, I'm out. It's the texture on the side of the dirt. You get two side by side and it starts looking quite a lot like an eyes, a pair of eyes. A little shadow there for the nose ridge, eyebrows. Kind of creepy. Alright, let's have a look from above and get a better idea. Okay, so I need some more there-ish. Some more through there, but I knew that already. Some up there in that area. Through here. I wonder how these things would look with shaders turned on. Because I do have a couple of shaders installed. Just don't like either of them very much. Out of the water, please. Thank you. Alright, we'll wait for the night vision thingy to turn off and we'll have a look. Oh, hi, guy. Yes, I know. He's thinking it through. Alright, looks like we need a few more on that side there and here as well. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Zoop-a-doop. Piss off. I'm actually getting less and less convinced that these guys actually respond on light level. So these guys spawned over here, which is already pretty lit up. Oh well, can't hurt. Let's have a look. That looks a bit better. Still not that area there. Yeah, just this bit here. Needs a bit more love. Just 3 of them produce the same amount of a torch. I think 4 does. Guess you can stack them up to 4. Like so. But I like the look of 3 better than 4. Which is why I'm doing stacks of 3 more often than not. Come on. There you go. There, that's not so bad. I mean, I'm sure there's a few dark spots still, but that should keep most of the swarm away. Cool. Let's go think about total materials. Let's find a real turtle to have a look at first. Actually, I haven't even seen a turtle in this texture pack yet. There's usually 1 or 2 over here somewhere. That guy. Where have my turtles gone? There's my 30 levels. There's my 30 level. Oh, hey. Yeah, little suction cups. And a little beak. Huh. What happened to my turtles? I've never had so much trouble finding a turtle. Not normally any turtles in there. Alright then, nappy times. Starting to get kind of used to this texture pack. I think I'm starting to like it. Seriously, not one turtle. Here, turtle, 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 turtle. Here, turtle, 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 turtle. Well, possibly here, drowned a zombie. himself. I'm out of range of the conduit. Huh. Well, I don't know what happened to all my turtles, but they've gone on vacation, apparently. Ah, there's one. There he is. Alright, let's have a look at you. So, son of a bitch. Save me, turtle! Alright, so legs straight out the back, fin straight out the side. Kind of, I think we'll use sandstone for his belly. A mix of 2 different green glasses for his back. Yeah, alright. Let's grab some sandstone. Start making a belly. See if we can find out the size of this guy. How big are we going to make him? Now, next question is, how much sandstone did I keep? That's the sand. Oh dear. Okay. We need to go get some sandstone. That's what we need to do. Alright then. Food, torches, pickaxes, loot boxes. Let's grab a couple extras in case we bring back a lot. Alright, let's go find one of those islands that I stripped the sand off. Oh, actually, coming up in the tour mag. Before we do that, we're going to get somewhere safe because I need to take a quick break in a minute. Okie dokie. So there's the first 2 hours. Moobot will remind me in a second to take a break, I'm sure, any second. Alright, how you doing there, chat room? You've gone all quiet on me for the last few minutes. Ooh. Man, I wish I could get some decent sleep. Anyway, I'll be back in just a minute or two, guys.